Hello guys, how are you doing today? My name is Jonathan Ramirez, and for today I'm gonna try to continue talking about my clear lesson plan. Okay, throughout this video, I'm gonna try to explain in detail what this activity consists of. So let's start with it. Before starting to explain my presentation here, if you click here in this part, you will have my lesson plan and all the information that I'm trying to explain in this short video, okay? The population that I decided to choose are gonna be students who are in 4th grade from a public school in Bogota, Colombia, okay? If we start talking about the CLIL method in the first C, that is, for example, in this case, it's going to be content. So remember that it's going to be really important to start talking about what are the students going to learn at the end of the lesson, what is going to be taught, and what are going to be our teaching goals, okay? At the end of the implementation of this lesson plan, students will be able to recognize, name, classify diverse types of foods currently in the food pyramid, okay? So remember that idea, for example, in this lesson plan is that they are going to get information about the topic that we are trying to teach, that in this case is the food pyramid, but at the same time, they are improving their English language proficiency, okay? They are improving their listening, reading, writing, and speaking skills, okay? Next one, if we are talking about the cognition part, that is also really important in the CLIL method. So remember that, for example, if we are talking about the teachers, they are a support, yeah? They are gonna be a monitor, they are gonna be observers, they are gonna try to guide or provide or facilitate all the information, all the vocabulary, all the strategies that, for example, the students are asking for, okay? And the student's role, it's gonna be the cognition, yeah? All the skills that, for example, the students are going to develop during the implementation of this lesson plan, okay? So they will improve or they will develop teamwork, active role, problem solving, critical thinking, and self-assessment skills, okay? Here in this part, it's gonna be really important that, for example, the class is gonna be divided into 3 important stages: the warm-up activity, the main activities, and the follow-up activity. At the beginning of the class, the students are going to do a simple vocabulary exercise where basically they are gonna try to choose if, for example, spaghetti has vitamins or cheese has proteins. Yeah, that's gonna be the first part of the activity, okay? In the main activities, students will watch a video. Yeah, the topic will be
Welcome to
introduced,
Adapted Mind.
The other group
with
includes
a video activity where basically um all the categories that made the food pyramid up are going to be explained in this video, okay? So the idea is that students are going to work in couples, they are going to practice their pronunciation, they will have new vocabulary, yeah? That's going to be the first one. And in the second one, my proposal is doing a puzzle, yeah? Where basically they will have to use their critical thinking and problem solving skills. Yeah, in this one they are gonna try to work in couples, in teams, so it depends on how many students there are in that class. Okay. And of course, if we are talking about the video that we are using for introducing the topic, yeah, are gonna be like all the categories that they are explaining. And if you click here in this case, you have examples about vegetables and fruits, or proteins or dairy products, etc., etc. Okay. The last part of this lesson plan, it's gonna be easier because they are going to play a game at the end of the activity, at the end of the class, where basically every student will have a role assigned. Yeah, for example, if the student has lettuce or watermelon, the students are going to choose, for example, if that food, if that meal is nutritious. Yeah, for example, if that meal is a vitamin, it's a protein, etc., etc. Okay. And of course, at the end of the class, remember that it's going to be really important if we are talking about the culture, of course. So remember that in the closure, remember that we have to make feedback. Yeah, the idea is, for example, we are going to try to point out what were the advantages and disadvantages of that lesson plan. What were the advantages and disadvantages that, for example, students had during the implementation of that lesson plan. Okay, and the importance, why culture, what are going to be the relevant aspects that, for example, we are trying to foster in this case, that, for example, students have to understand that our bodies are really important, our diets, yeah, and of course that we have to be really careful with the meals that, for example, we are eating nowadays in our houses, okay? And that's gonna be basically the main idea, okay? If you don't have any other questions, as I told you, you are able to watch and to read my lesson plan, okay? See you in another one. Thank you so much, Diana.